Hi, in today's video I'm going to talk about tetrachords in the key of C, how to take tetrachords and create a C major scale and then also a D-Dorian scale. And this is an idea I originally got from an old Downbeat magazine article by Dr. William Fowler. And I'll put a link to that on my website so you can check that out. And he talks about constructing different kinds of scales and modes using tetrachords. So today I'll just focus on the C major scale and the D-Dorian scale, and then I'll put on a DrumJam track at some point and improvise with these ideas. Okay, so the idea here is a lot of people sometimes will complain about having small hands. And that's not really the issue. The issue is you don't want to be stretching, you want to do more shifting with these. So playing along one string is an idea that Mick Goodrick talks a lot about in his Advancing Guitarist book, which is an excellent book, reference book to read and study out of. So first off, I'll start off with the C scale. So C, D, E, F. Another guy you can check out is Jack Grassel. He also talks about playing 4-note per string scales. C, D, E, F, F, E, D, C. And I'll also post a PDF on my website of the entire fretboard key of C that you can use as a reference point. So that's starting from the root, C, D, E, F. Then if you start from here, G, G, A, B, C. So notice I'm not trying to stretch here. I'm just shifting very smoothly. So this is something that you have to go slow and steady wins the race. You can't be in a hurry to do this. So G, A, B, C, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. So I think for today's video, so it doesn't get too long, I'll mostly be playing these ideas on the top two strings, and then I might throw in some bass notes here to create different kinds of harmonies. Okay, so one more time. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now you'll notice if you go up to here, from the 8th fret, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So you get a C scale. So what the William Fowler article talks about is if you take a major tetrachord, C, D, E, F, and another major tetrachord, G, A, B, C, you make a major scale. It just so happens that if you go to the next string, you have the same fingering, G, A, B, C, on the same frets. And this is the concept that I talk about is symmetrical fingerings. So that just means, to my way of thinking, it means that you're playing the same frets on adjacent strings. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And then we'll do, one more here, C, D, E, F, F, E, D, C, and then here G, A, B, C, C, B, A, G. All right, so this is something that you can kind of work on very gradually, very relaxed in your hands. So don't, obviously if you have very big hands, then maybe you can do these stretches or whatever, so you can experiment with that. So one of the ways that I think this works really well is creating melodies that kind of sound like they go together. So for example, let's say I wanted to do a melody like now if I did the same thing on the next tetrachord, they kind of sound like they go together, or the opposite. So it's a good way to kind of create some interesting improvising ideas. Let me start down here. So then I'll do exactly the same thing up here. Okay, then I'll do the same thing here. Almost sounds like they're resolving to maybe a C major 7 chord. And then obviously you can use different fingerings too. I just started off with this idea of four fingers per string, just to kind of give you a sense of a different perspective on the guitar, rather than doing slides or whatever, anything. You can just do these shifts. Okay, so let me do that melody one more time. That was kind of nice. So C, D, E, A, and then exactly the same interval strategy here, and then going to like a small C major 7 chord. Let me do the same. Let's see. Let's do something up here. And then how about for this one? I'll end up on a G chord. So you have to use your imagination to come up with different ideas here. Okay, so I'm going to put on this DrumJam app, Drum Kit India 2, and then I'll put the Raagini on a C pedal, and I'll just do a little improvisation with these tetrachords. Same thing here. Okay, so you get the idea of that. That's using C major, and there's obviously all different kinds of harmonic implications. Okay, so for this video, I'll do one more example with the Dorian scale. So this is kind of what William Fowler talks about in this article that we'll post on my website. So it's guitar fingerboard patterns or something like that. So Dorian mode, key of C, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D. So then the second tetrachord is here, A, B, C, D, D, C, B, A. Put them together, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, backwards D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D. That's a little bit more user-friendly to do these stretches. I'll go up to here, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, A, B, C, D, D, C, B, A. So you'll notice this, what I'm calling a symmetrical pattern. You'll notice the one starting from G and C and the one starting from D and A, your adjacent strings have exactly the same fingering. A, B, C, D, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D. And then I'll just digress back to the C one, G, A, B, C. Okay, so let's do this one here on D, D, E, F, G, and then I can do one more here. A, B, C, D, F, E. Okay, so how about for this one, I'll go ahead and do a drop D, do drop D tuning. I'll put the DrumJam on and just do some different ideas. So you can use this to create kind of almost different kinds of pentatonic sounds. So let's say I'm on D minor, D. So that's almost like sort of like a D minor sound followed by an E minor sound, and then here A, and then almost like a B minor or a B minor 7 flat 5 sound. Right. So don't feel like you have to get locked into this fingering either. So I'm just demonstrating this just to get you thinking a little bit differently about your fingerings. So don't feel like you have to necessarily stretch the whole way. So I'm just kind of shifting there. I remember seeing Pat Metheny do something like this a couple of times. I've seen him in concert. It seemed like he did these kinds of scales where he would kind of go, like he would kind of go across the fretboard like this rather than doing a stretch. It kind of going like this way. I never really sat down and deconstructed his playing, but the times I've seen him, it seems like he would sometimes do these kinds of scales where he's kind of shifting rather than stretching. Okay, I'll put the DrumJam on and just do a couple ideas with this D-Dorian. Different kinds of, fingering permutations of that. Okay, so that's a different kind of concept than you see in most kind of guitar books. So this idea of 4-note per string scales, key of C, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, or starting from the D, a Dorian sound, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, and then also these, what I'm calling symmetrical patterns off of the C chord, where you start at the 8th fret, G, A, B, C, right next to C, D, E, F, and then for the sort of the minor sound, A, B, C, D, right next to D, E, F, G. So you can do a lot with these. Just kind of break out of some old habits and ruts to create some interesting melodies, riffs, and things like that. Okay, thanks for listening.